So I have to be honest with you. I love social media. I love watching videos and seeing memes and GIFs, and I love seeing pictures of my friends and seeing how things are going in their lives and seeing how you make things and recipes and just basically zoning out on information. I start on one site and then I click on a link which goes to another link which goes to another link, and pretty soon I'm at something completely different. I know that some of you are probably right there with me and you don't really want to admit it, but we love to indulge this way. Did you know that our world puts out 2.5 quintillion bytes of data each day? That's a 1 with 18 zeros after it. There's enough HD videos on the internet that you would have to watch them for 47 million years just to see every single video. There's 571 new websites created every single minute of every single day. Everywhere we go, our brains are filled with information. The equivalent of 34 gigabytes of data is brought into our brain each day. That's 105,000 words per day. That's enough to crash any laptop. You know, years ago there was this theory that was put out that was called 6 degrees of separation. We are connected to everybody in the world through 6 people. So I know this person who knows this person who knows this person who knows, and so on through 6 people, and then we know somebody. Well, now with the amount of information we have at our fingertips, it's dropped down to 2 degrees. So basically, through whether it's a person you know personally or whether it's online or through the internet, you know somebody who knows somebody who knows the Queen of England. The Queen of England is your friend. It's become such an influence on our lives that there's now even terms for the information overload that we have. Terms like infoxication or infobesity. These are comic terms that describe the feelings of the amount of information that we take in. Getting drunk or fat on information. Is it really any wonder why rates of mental illness have climbed so high? I mean, young people in particular have record high numbers for depression and anxiety and even suicide. I remember that fight when I was younger about how Barbie was a bad influence on little girls because it gave them a negative self-image. Well, the thing is, they just played with a toy. Now that Barbie influence is everywhere in our lives. Whew. Let's take a break. That's awesome. Really heavy stuff that it kind of feels like I'm calling out all the doom and gloom and stuff. But guess what? Guess where the solution is? See, it's you. You're the solution. It's your family. It's the power that the family possesses when God is at the center. In Deuteronomy 11, Moses is speaking to the people of Israel about their success in life, about the land that they possess, about every little influence in their lives, but how God has a hand in all of it. That living in God's promises will ultimately be what brings us joy and fulfillment. But guess where Moses starts? He starts in the family. Deuteronomy 11:18-21 says, "So commit yourself wholeheartedly to these words of mine. Tie them to your hands and wear them on your forehead as reminders. Teach them to your children. Talk about them when you're at home or when you're on the road or when you go to bed and when you're getting up. Write them on your doorposts of your house and on your gates, so that as long as the sky remains above the earth, you and your children may flourish in the land the Lord swore to you and your ancestors. See, the joy and fulfillment in life starts in the family. And it starts with keeping God at the center. See, parents, you have a responsibility in leading your family and your children to know Jesus. It starts with us. We are to treasure God's word and pass that on to our kids, to invest in their lives and live what Jesus has taught as an example. So you might ask yourself, where do I start? I mean, my life is busy, my kids' lives are busy, we're all going different directions, and I'm tired. I mean, listen, I know it. I feel it too. I've got 4 kids, we're going in different directions. But if you're watching this right now, you're already starting. If you're watching this with your family, you're already beginning to put God at the center of your family. You're already investing in them. You're helping grow the love for Jesus and planting it in their hearts. See, it doesn't have to be like this big thing. In fact, use what's at hand. Your kids are on their phone all the time? Great. Download the YouVersion Bible app and start a reading plan as a family. It doesn't have to be this long thing. It can be 10 minutes a day that they spend in the Word and you guys get to discuss it together. Your kids are always playing video games? Well, play video games with them. Sit down in front of the Xbox or the PlayStation or download their favorite game on your phone so that you can play together. And you may be horrible, but maybe that's the time that they get to teach you. See, my son was playing this game the other day called Rocket League, and we played together, and he destroyed me over and over and over and over and over again. And he gave me advice over and over, and it was so fun as he laughed at me trying to follow his advice because I never played it before. See, you don't have to tear your schedules apart. You don't have to leave on trips into the mountains where there's no cell service or no Wi-Fi. Just find those small times to spend together, to show that you care about your kids, to show that you're investing in them. So far, I've talked to the parents. I've talked about how you're going to impact your kids, how you're going to keep Jesus at the center of your relationship with them. But what about the kids? Yeah, I am talking to you too. See, you might be, I get to do some devotions with my family, read the Bible with my family, play some video games with my parents. All good, family time's checked off. I get to go hang out with my friends now. I know that's probably actually what most of you would think, and that's honestly probably what my own kids would think. But see, the cool part is that that's where you come in. See, so much of that information that you take in every day, that your friends take in, it happens when you're with them. It happens when you're with the people that you spend time together with. It happens when you're with those ones that you're with every day, that you interact with. See, my son had a friend over the other night, and he sat down at dinner with us, and as we're talking about our days, and we're laughing, and we're sharing with each other, he stops and he says that he really wished that his family would have a family dinner like ours does. See, that in that moment, my son got to become the influence, the impact, the information giver to his friend. He got to be the one that got to show something to a friend that maybe take that back to his family and make an impact on his family. You know, it might be through the way that you act toward your friends. It might be the way that you show them how you love your family, the way you serve your family, the way you treat your family, the way you talk to your family, the way you obey your parents. See, you can be the information that goes to your friends for Jesus. We each, as parents and students alike, have a chance to show Jesus to people, to impact the lives of the people around us with Jesus. With all the information in this world, all the ways that Satan tries to tear apart our families, let's make our lives, our families, the evidence of the love of Jesus Christ. See, I want to encourage you today to change the information the world is seeing. Let it see Jesus in us. Let the world see Jesus through the information that we give them. And the best infobesity ever that the world can have is Jesus through us.